لا نزكي على الله أحدا, but we can, based on our observation, we can say, Alhamdulillah, you were good children to your parents. And mashallah, you're great students in the madrasa. You are successfully passing these tests and these benchmarks. Now you are embarking on a new phase of your life, a new phase, a new journey, and that is your married life. And we wish you success in this as well. But always remember that this is a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu udkhulu fi silmi kaffa. O those who believe, enter into Islam totally, wholly, completely. Just like your aqaid are correct, mashallah, and you're working on your ibadat and your worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at the same time, now you have an opportunity to perfect your akhlaq and character in your mu'amalat and your dealings. May it not be that our aqidah is correct, our ibadat are on par, but then we fail in this test of akhlaq and mu'ashara. For a successful married life, we have to realize that in reality, there are no 100% compatible spouses. This concept of finding a 100% compatible spouse is a fallacy, it's a figment of imagination, it is not a reality. There will always be incompatibilities with our spouse. The successful marriage is the one in which we learn how to navigate those incompatibilities and successfully manage those incompatibilities. And how to have sabr and shukr. Whatever blessing we have from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the good times we make shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever challenges come, we have sabr. We learn to forgive each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And there will be new challenges that we will face that we have not come across. We should not be shy to seek help from our elders, from our mentors, from our scholars, from our teachers, from our parents. We should maintain our relationship with our elders because there is no substitute for experience. Sometimes, especially as we are alim and alima students, we have this, superiority complex. We think we know it all, we've studied it all, we've read all the matun, we've studied kitab al-nikah. As a teacher of kitab al-nikah, hidayah, I can tell you that just studying kitab al-nikah and hidayah is one thing, and practically living a married life is something else. Just because you read the hashiyah and you read the shuruhat of hidayah in the kitab al-nikah and you know the masail in and out, will help you. Because if you're ignorant and jahil, you don't know the huquq, you don't know the hudud, then you're in big trouble, and it's not likely, but most definitely will lead to disaster, ignorance of the ahkam. But just having knowledge of the ahkam, knowing the rulings, knowing the law, knowing the sharia, doesn't mean that it does not guarantee that a person will have a successful married life. It requires a lot of sabr, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of compassion, a lot of compromise, a lot of diplomacy, a lot of hikmah, a lot of wisdom, and how to approach different scenarios that will come. So we should never be shy to reach out for help, reach out to our elders for guidance, reach out to our parents who have experienced life, keep in touch with them. Just like we were, alhamdulillah, before we had a relationship with our parents, we should continue that relationship. In fact, from a certain perspective, we can even further strengthen our relationship with our parents, because now we will experience, inshallah, new roles as parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you yourself parents of children, inshallah, soon, and one day, and you can better appreciate what your parents did for you, as you yourself will become parents in the future. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unite everyone with love. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you together strong, make you a model couple for the ummah to follow. Just like your marriage and your nikah is so simple and a model for others to follow, may your married life that follows afterwards also be a model and example for others to look up to be inspired, and to learn the lesson that this is how a married couple should be. Honestly, the beautiful ayats that were recited, this is a dua that is taught to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ. We make this dua for you, that, oh Allah, make our spouses and our children the means of the coolness of our eyes. وَجَعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. And make us the leaders of the muttaqeen. Not just among the muttaqeen, min al-muttaqeen, but rather لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. Leaders of the muttaqeen. Subhanallah. And this is possible. Looking at your past performance, we have great expectations for your future to be even more bright, more happy, more joyous, inshallah. Subhanallah. Just, we have to remember, in every condition, we will be answerable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how we dealt with our spouse. Every single day when we wake up, every night when we go to sleep, we should solve all our arguments and resolve all the differences and clear our hearts and make sure that our love is sincere for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Naturally, we will have love for our spouse. So I don't have to ask Muhammad to love his bride. He will naturally love his bride. But what I'm asking him is that, subhanAllah, make your love sincere for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make the hub, not hub just tabi'i, in natural love and affection, but rather make this love lillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. أحب الأعمال إلى الله الحب في الله والبغض في الله. The most beloved action in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to love for the sake of Allah, and when the hatred is required, then hatred for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, من أعطى لله ومنع لله وأحب لله وأبغض لله فقد استكمل إيمانه. The one who loves for the sake of Allah, hates for the sake of Allah, gives for the sake of Allah, withholds for the sake of Allah, that person's iman is complete. And what it means when we love for the sake of Allah is that we strive for the happiness of our beloved, and we try to fulfill the needs and desires of our beloved, but it is subjected to the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When the orders of our beloved, when the desires of our beloved contradict the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then with all humility, compassion, love and reverence and respect, we inform our beloved, subhanAllah, that I love you, but I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more. And I cannot fulfill your desire, which will end up being a disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have to keep the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala supreme. Allahumma ja'al hubbaka ahabba al-ashya ilayya. Oh Allah, we ask and beg from you, make your muhabba and your love the strongest muhabba in our heart. The love for Allah, love for Rasulullah, love for the deen, and the love for the spouses and love for the creation, parents, even children. Everyone is subservient and under the umbrella of the love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This love will be that love that will benefit us on the day of judgment. This love will be the one that will benefit us and take us into Jannah. And we hope that we will live together eternally in Jannah al-Firdaus مع النبيين والصديقين والشهداء الصالحين. جزاكم الله خيرا وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله.
Jazakallah khair, Mufti Minaj, for beautiful advice. Next, I'd like to call one of our beloved teachers, Sheikh Akif, and it's actually very entertaining to see the conversations that Sheikh Akif has in class with Muhammad. So, Sheikh Akif, please.
السلام عليكم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. إننا نسألك علما نافعا وقلبا خاشعا ولسانا ذاكرا وعملا متقبلا وشفاء من كل داء. آمين. ما شاء الله, the Sheikh took all of the goodies, so I'm not left with much. بس يلا. And first of all, if you kind of think about it logically, marriage in itself is very absurd. And it's a crazy thing to do. Think about it. You're single. You do what you want. You go, no one asks you, oh, where are you? Getting text messages, why are you late? Now everything you're gonna buy, someone say, oh, did you buy this? Say, oh, wait a minute, let me make a phone call. That's basically calling Ahlul Bayt, just to make sure that everything's gonna be all right. So you're like putting yourself into so many difficulties. And then even Islamically, you're going from being responsible about yourself, now you have a wife you're responsible for, then you have kids you're responsible for. Then some people take that craziness even further when they say, oh, I want to have kids. MashaAllah. And then you want kid? No. 6. The Prophet ﷺ said to make the ummah a lot, to make so many people in the ummah. You see, and the disaster is getting bigger and bigger as you go. But again, that's the case if you're married just to get married. Because if you ask someone, why are you getting married? Well, I question. If it is to, contain your desires, then how are the kuffar different? How are the animals different? Everyone have that natural call, to satisfy their desires. But that doesn't make it a noble cause. right? That doesn't make it a noble cause. That makes it a headache. So again, so that means for the Muslim, for the marriage, for the headache to be worthwhile, there has to be something beyond that. Someone has to have the niyyah that, okay, I am gonna not have 6 kids who are gonna increase the problems of the ummah, add 6 more problems to the ummah, but rather be min as-salihin, who are gonna make a positive change in the ummah. See? Who are gonna be, you know, hudad mahdi, who are gonna help people, who are gonna guide people, who are gonna make dua for you when you're dead. You know what I mean? Instead of just like we heard stories, you know, the father is dying and the kids are kind of punching each other over the waratha, over the inheritance. You know, no, this, dad, this is mine, this is yours, and the guy is still alive. You know what I mean? So again, that's our situation. So that's why someone, before getting into this, you need to know what you're doing. Then I'll end with 3 advices, or 3 messages, let's call it. So one message to Muhammad. يعني inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put blessing in your marriage, and I'm really happy for you. And all of those advices for the last few years did not go for waste. Alhamdulillah, you know, we talk about these things in the class. You know, we do the learning, but then sometimes they ask me things about life, and you know, and inshallah, alhamdulillah, you took some of the nasihas. Barakallahu feek. يعني بارك الله بكما وبارك عليكما وجمع بينكما بخير إن شاء الله. And then second thing, a message to, you know, parents. First of all, look for the person of deen, and second of all, make it easy. This is beautiful. You know, this is the second time. First, I came for the wedding of one of our students, Ali Sa'aduddin. Yes, that was beautiful. And then this is the second one, very simple. You know, a lot of action going on. You know, from the time of arranging the engagement to the marriage, is all action instead of having too many complications. That's beautiful to see nowadays, as Sayyid Arif has noted. So that's very beautiful thing. So an advice, inshallah, if we're applying this, mashallah. If not, you know, make it easy. Look for the person of the deen. As Hassan al-Basri, rahimahullah, said, you know, the meaning of what he said in English, like, choose a person of the deen. If they like your daughter, they'll honor her. If they don't like her, they will not mistreat her, at least. You know, it's a win-win situation. So that's the second. And the third is to Muhammad and his spouse, that again, everything in life starts out easy and interesting and enjoyable, and then it starts getting boring. Example, car. Buy a new car, nice plastic bags, take the bags off, it smells wonderful, brakes are tight, you know, engine is strong. Then, you know, as time passes, things start rattling, you know, things start going loose. Tires start having suspension problems, check engine light pops up, you know. So that's married life. You know, everything beginning, there's a lot of courtesy, a lot of this. So basically, marriage needs maintenance. Relationship needs maintenance. Otherwise, you're going to blow a tire on the highway a latif. So again, it needs maintenance, and the maintenance is from both sides. You know, sometimes people, they have the aql. No, class, I'm Sayyidul house. I'm the master of the household, yallah. You know, serve me, do this, do that. You know, that's not going to work, unfortunately. So again, someone has to put effort to maintain the relationship. And sometimes it means you're going to, you know, do something you don't like. You know? So again, that's a nasiha. Always remember that relationship and love and respect, whatever, requires maintenance. It doesn't live on its own. At the beginning, yes, there's like a pre-charged battery, but then it goes and you have to kind of keep working. So I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make, inshallah, the marriage of our beloved student Muhammad a beginning of a lot of khayr to come, inshallah. And I ask Allah to make him and his spouse better people after the marriage, inshallah. Because it can go both, it can get better or worse, inshallah, for the better. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والسلام عليكم.